we will be having David Schmitz here, who is a co-founder of Logion. It's a system of evidence records to support real estate tokenization. So I'm really curious to hear what he has to say this morning. Welcome, David.
Hello. First, thanks for the invitation, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to share with you some insight coming from the project we are working on. Logion is a blockchain infrastructure dedicated to save digital ownership. I'm David. I'm the founder of Logion Network, but I'm also the head ambassador of the Polkadot ecosystem. It's a public blockchain. I don't know if you know Polkadot here. It was co-founded by Gavin Wood, the co-founder of Ethereum. And Logion is a part of this ecosystem as a relay chain, providing specific services connected to the, as a parachain, sorry, providing specific services connected to the relay chain of Polkadot. So I will try to explain. It's public blockchain here. It's community blockchain. What's the Logion value proposition? Maybe I could do that. Okay, and give you also some use case to illustrate what we are working on at the moment. I think you all agree that blockchain technologies are highly secure, but that doesn't matter. Projects are too. To give you some example, if you know a little bit the area of NFT, token, wallet management, people, community users are facing to some kind of problem when they have to manage their own wallet, their own asset, but also when they have to buy NFT on a public platform as OpenSea. OpenSea is I would say the biggest marketplace in the world, selling NFT, non-fungible token that represent rights on other kind of assets, tangible assets, sometimes digital assets, that depends. But OpenSea declare during the last summer that 80% of the NFT supported and deployed on OpenSea are simply fake. It's a real problem because at the moment in the public blockchain ecosystem, the digital ownership is clearly unsafe. But something important, if we want to convince people about the utility of what we are building within the blockchain ecosystem, to change also the organization of the web, we have to provide concrete use case and target more mass adoption. And it's difficult to have more user and to target mass adoption when you don't when you are not able to provide enough trust in your ecosystem. Trust means also higher value. And do you think when you are a user and it's the mindset of the Web3, the blockchain ecosystem, is to giving back the control to the user? Do you think you are in confidence, you are comfortable about your application when you have to manage all your value, all your interaction by yourself? I think it's quite difficult. And when it's question of value, when it's question of asset management, because it's real value, nothing guarantees better user than law at the moment. Blockchain is a solution, is a technical solution, but law remains also a solution to guarantee some rights and to give trust to the user. Just imagine what would be the result if we could combine both. I mean, so blockchain and law. And that's we are doing with Logion. Logion is a blockchain infrastructure, is a real bridge, finally, between the digital world, the new blockchain, the new Web3 world, and the real world. a blockchain infrastructure operated by a decentralized network or legal officer and dedicated to the safe digital ownership. What does mean legal officer? Legal officers are people that receive specific competencies from the authorities and are bonded to a strict legal framework. In Belgium, you know a legal officer because you have notaries, you have bailies, they are especially legal officer. And the idea, and the next one, the idea of Logion is to use the competencies coming from this legal officer and the real world to reorganize it, digitalize it, decentralize it, because it's particularly necessary to be compliant with the blockchain mindset, and to provide strong and specific services to the development of the Web3. And to give you an example of competencies we are using coming from the legal world, so the legal officer, it's about certification. And certification giving us the opportunity to create a scalable system of evidence record of data file with the idea to certify the economic and legal framework of each kind of token, I would say. I suppose you know what is a token. A token could be a cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency are special, but NFT, non-fungible token. Our token, we also have stable token. We also use token, and I will explain that later, to represent some rights on real estate, for example. And the idea of Logion is to provide a service that could give to the user, to the owner of token, all the information they need to know the rights they will receive with the token and what they can do with the token. But first step to do that is to gather a lot of information to fix, finally, the economic and legal framework of the token. An example maybe will be easier to understand. An NFT, you know, it's the use case, the most common use case of marketplace as OpenSea. They use NFT to represent rights on an artwork or a piece of artwork. And when we have to do that, to certify this kind of NFT, the first thing to do is to identify the original owner of the rights. The creator of the artwork could be the original owner of the right. And also to identify the artwork. After that, Logion will make a real link between the original owner and the artwork through some declaration, and also by providing some contract templating to give the possibility to the owner to transfer, thanks to a digital contract, the rights on the artworks to the NFT. And after that, when we will gather all the necessary information to fix the economic and legal framework of the token in a lock. What is a lock? It's a legal officer case. It's like a digital case, I would say, that when it will be completed, will be closed and directly linked to the token through a smart contract processes. That means when the token will be minted, just after completing the lock, the token will remain connected to the lock for the rest of its digital life, I would say. And at each moment, an owner or a user of this token will be able to catch all the information, all the data verified by the Logion network through a digital certificate provided by our network. I will show you the certificate later. Everything in Logion is automatic. We use, and I will explain that later, our legal officer network to warranty the process. At the beginning, before creating the lock, but lock is a model. That means when you create a lock for a marketplace, you will be able to use it for all the token minted later by the same marketplace. So it's just one verification at the beginning, and after that, all the process, all the data collection will be totally automated through Logion API and some API also developed sometimes in partnership with marketplace on other services, blockchain services provider. And at the end, this is what we will bring and provide to the ecosystem, a digital certificate that will ensure the user that we will have made all the necessary verification to warranty correct right on a token. All the data, all the information gathered to build this certificate will be collected and managed in a decentralized private data network, an IPFS network, also managed by our network of legal officers. So the data are completely protected. And as our legal officers are bonded to strict legal rules, they will manage the data relying on the strict legal rules. I have to accelerate the pace. And about Logion, lastly, I would say something important. So everything is automatic, everything is digital. The certificate is digital. The certificate doesn't expose private data, but just hash linked to our private decentralized network. But if you need to defend your rights in a court of justice later, it will be possible for you to ask to the Logion network, because the digital certificate is just the beginning of a proof for a judicial court. But you will be able to ask to the Logion network to deliver a statement of facts, a real proof that you could utilize in front of a judicial court, but also in a decentralized arbitrage process, for example. And that's the cherry on the cake provided by the Logion network, because everything is digital, but in case of necessity, we could switch also on, I would say, classical way to protect your rights. Maybe to give you quickly some example where Logion is used as a proof of evidence record. We have built a common application to integrate Logion certification process in the Xerox printer. That's evident, I would say, also provide services for marketplace to certified token networks. And since a few weeks, we are also in partnership with the biggest player in the area of real estate tokenization to provide certification that will ensure user that token connected to real estates represent real rights on the real estates and all the advantage provided also by the token. That's it. Thank you for your attention.